Welcome back. Let's meet another homegrown hero. Brian Taylor is owner of the Harlem Doggy Day Spa. He responded to the pandemic by doing good for his community by offering his pet care services for neighbors in need. Brian joins us tonight with one of his clients. The nice pink tongue there. What's his name?
It's her name. Her name is Cheryl.
Cheryl, it is great to have you both here. Brian, how has the virus impacted your business?
Oh my God, the virus has been impacting my business since the beginning of March. I lost 80% of my business. A lot of my business is doggy daycare and boarding services, because most of our clients, they work at, big corporations. They work from home starting in March. So because of that, I lost a lot of people who wanted to use our services for doggy daycare. And then most people didn't travel anymore, so we didn't have any more cage-free boarding services. So unfortunately, I had to let go a lot of my staff, and I just revamped and started offering grooming services. Since I started my business as a dog groomer, for every grooming that I did, I was able to then raise money through donations from my clients, where then I will give grooming services at no cost to people who are struggling because of the pandemic.
Wow.
So I raised over $2,000, and I was like, you know what? I got to help more people. So I got some of my grooming pals to come together with me, and now we're traveling across the country, and we're going to be helping on many pet parents who are struggling because of the pandemic, and we're going to offer free grooming services for them.
And there's been a business model shift in here, Brian, that tells us about how a lot of people are responding to the pandemic. So we saw the vans. Like you said, you started by doing a lot of boarding, a lot of people who were traveling. Now, what do you think the future of your business looks like?
Honestly, I got to find a way to bring my business to the doorstep of our pet parents, because there's still the fear of leaving their home, and their pets are part of their family. So I'm thinking of ways where I can knock on doors and be able to help and service our pet parents at their doorstep.
All right, Brian, your next step is to figure out how to scale your business. We got to make this much bigger. Who could do this better? Let's bring in Gary Vaynerchuk, old friend, founder and CEO of VaynerMedia, self-made millionaire, unbelievably fabulous guy. Gary, so great to see you. What's your advice for Brian?
Jim, great to see you. Brian, listen, I think you need to virtually knock on doorsteps, right? I love everywhere you're going. The speed and the pivot was remarkable. I'm so proud of you on that. Not crying about what happened, but attacking a different opportunity. I think Nextdoor is a social network that is exploding quietly on the scene, that's neighborhood oriented. If you start running ads in that ecosystem and then go to that neighborhood, you're gonna have demand as you come through. You can get the RSVPs in that area. That's also a huge strength of Facebook. And as you know, right now, some of the biggest brands in the world are not advertising on, Facebook, which means the prices are down. And that's when entrepreneurs and small businesses like yours attack, because you're getting more awareness. So to me, it's attack an area, whether it's Harlem or East Side, Upper West Side, you want to go to Westchester, the van can move, run ads for a week ahead of time, get the RSVPs, and then come in.
That sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, Gary, I got to tell you, I didn't know you knew Nextdoor. I was going to suggest Nextdoor to him because that's Sarah Fryer. She comes on my show a lot. And it is, I think, a fantastic way to connect with the neighborhood. Brian, you got to do that. I'm talking about doing this stuff. What do you think, Gary? Tomorrow, this evening, right?
Look, I mean, I'm empathetic. What's amazing about Nextdoor and Facebook is I'm empathetic. My dad is the great American story. He built a small business, came here with nothing. So I'm empathetic to that 0 point. I think yesterday, but I also know, and this is why it's so powerful, that's a $40 or $50 ad spend. Brian, I'm empathetic to you. You got hit. A lot of people got hit, and so small businesses, restaurants, what have you. The answer is tomorrow. But I'm also not looking for those Pepsi or Budweiser budgets. I'm looking for $88 to do on the Upper West Side. Get 7 people. Start building slowly. This is a patience game and a reset.
Brian, what do you think?
That sounds like a really good idea. I'm definitely going to put some of that into play immediately, because my business is a people business, and the more they know that we service pets, it will really help with the with the cost, because I'll get a return on my money.
And because I'm desperate to get as much value for you and everybody at home right now who's dealing with similar situations, also Instagram story ads. Google it, Instagram story ads, because we don't have that much time here. You can do swipe up ads that can go right to your RSVP page. You can do that within a 1 mile radius or a town that you want to drive the van to, and and literally spend $88 on those swipe up ads and convert 3 people, which will give you real ROI against that $88. Look, Jim, you know this. We've been talking about social for a decade on my wine show, when I've been on your show. It is grossly underpriced attention, and the people that are best practitioners with little money get huge ROI returns.
It's so true, Brian. You've got to go into these niche Facebook products and the Instagram stories. I had Sheryl Sandberg on, she's a COO, talking about this. I think it's one of the reasons why I've been recommending Facebook, and I recommend it because I think it is so darn cheap for you, Gary, that it's imperative. They're giving the space away and you're going to connect directly with the people. How soon can you put this plan in place?
Immediately. I need some business in my door, so definitely. I'm going to go in tonight and look for some of the best posts that I've done really well, and I'm going to put some money behind it.
And Bri, right now, this is a meta moment. This is not for everybody at home, but guess what? The serendipity of life took over for you. You've got this moment. You go on Twitter right after this, take screenshots of you being on CNBC and use that as the ad. You can literally target Gary Vaynerchuk fans literally for $100 with a picture of this to convert the conversion.
How do I do that? I need to do that right now. How do I do that?
You go on Twitter, you literally search CNBC. Everyone's talking about this show on Twitter. Kudos to the hosts, they're incredible. Literally, there's clearly, like, America, right now, take a screenshot of this and post it on Twitter so that Brian can go in there and take that photo and then use that as the ad on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook and Nextdoor.
Include me, at Jim Cramer. I want to be included in this.
You know, you can include me, but it's not going to get you very far. You got to include Jim. That'll, Gary, I was going to ask you about the balance for Brian's attention between, he's also trying to doing this endeavor to help people. He's raising money. He wants to make sure people who can't afford it, you know, but that takes every attention he spends on that. I mean, should he be focusing 100% on the business? Or, you know, these ideas are great. If you got any more, keep them coming.
Look, you know, I never tell someone how to dictate what they want to do in life, but I always remind people, you're not going to help anybody if you're out of business, then because you're going to be focused on yourself. I love this man. This is why I'm so fired up that I got him in this interaction, the altruism, the kindness that always works, but he has to balance it. And look, hard work is about to get very popular again. And so to me, if we were just chumming it up, I would say, look, good news. You can do 3 hours of giving back and you can do 11 hours of trying to stay alive. And that's unfortunately reality. And by the way, there's so many restaurants and small businesses watching right now, so many of which completely underestimate the power of $100 spend on these platforms, but it is game changing. We didn't have big budgets at Wine Library when we started, and you build from there. And that was Google and email. That new version today is the 7 to 8 social networks that are out there specifically for this gentleman's business. It is Facebook, Instagram, Nextdoor.
Holy cow, this is such great advice. I can't up. This whole show is unbelievable. You know what? Thank you to Brian and to Gary V, who knows more about social than anybody, including Zuckerberg. All right? Okay, we'll be right back.